Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Pressure's on us. Has to be compelling chess content.
It is. Isn't that a given? All
of
chess
course,
content is compelling. The reason the panel was outlined for 45 minutes, even though we have a little more time, is because we're actually going to start off with something pretty fun. Some of you may know that we're about to do this, but if anyone here has ever heard of a YouTuber known as Gotham Chess, maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But one of the things that Levy really helped popularize as chess continues to boom over the last couple of years is something called Guess the ELO, which is an interesting branding from a rating and ELO thing. We're going to talk about that separately, because you're really guessing the rating of every player. But Guess the ELO is a fun game where you go over someone's chess moves and try to make a prediction as to how good they are. We have prepared 5 games to look at with the panel here, and we're going to go over some chess for everyone to see on the screen. And the panelists are going to see if they are better at Guess the ELO than Levy Rozman. Levy, you also get to play.
It's
exciting.
I'm definitely going to be the best.
And why do you say that?
Because I'm the worst player by
So
far. So I'm assuming all these people are like between 800 and...
You're in touch with the blunders. So I have seen all the games, and I know what the ratings of the players are, but I'm going to keep that information hidden as we go through. And we're going to try to go through these games relatively quickly. So did anyone here in the audience submit their game for this? Okay, so we definitely have a few.
Here we go.
Okay, I don't know if we chose your games or not, but we're about to find out. So if we can bring up my screen here, I'm gonna start going through a game.
All right.
I've turned off engine analysis, and I'm going to scroll through.
All right.
And in the interest of actually getting to the games that were submitted, I'm gonna basically go at a pace.
My janky stuff.
I'm going to go at a pace that is reasonable as the players make a note. We're not going to back up. You don't get to see a bunch of moves more than once.
Oh, you're going too fast for me.
Well, now we have a big move. Okay.
Oh.
That move was played, but guess what? It gets better.
Bishop
Nope.
takes bishop. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Always see a check. Play a check.
Okay.
Oh. Wait, is that a rule I should know?
Queen's trapped.
Oh.
Queen could have been trapped, but the attack continues.
All right. Okay.
Looks like Joe
Raise your hand if you're in the
going
audience
too-
and this was your game.
Oh, you're going too fast for me. This should be remedial, Gus.
I'll give you a replay.
Okay.
Rook takes h7 was slightly better.
Okay. just slightly.
I think black's
What
winning.
are we guessing, white or black on this?
You are guessing white in the, okay, I'm sorry. If you look in the right corner, it says MIT Sloan fan.
Yeah.
That's white, so I apologize. We're looking for white. So every game we pull up is going to have an MIT Sloan fan versus opponent.
Okay.
And in this case, it is white. My apologies.
No, that's okay. And the time controls we can see. What was it, 5? Okay.
This was a 5-minute game.
Okay. 5-minute game.
Wow.
Oh man,
Wow.
this is like this.
Take the rook. Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
This is like the Kings playing basketball.
Take the other rook.
Wow.
It's like up and down.
Shots fired.
All of a sudden, white is playing great chess.
White's gonna win, right?
What?
White's gonna win, right? White's gonna.
What's happening?
And there you have it.
Oh!
Okay. Panelists, write down your rating guessing the white player's ELO. You have 10 seconds.
Oh my goodness, this is like
just
Guess
made
the
up that
ELO
number.
Extreme. Yeah, I have no idea.
Hold on, bro.
Breathe. Now is it, what are we, Price is Right or just closest? What are we
We're going to do Price is Right rules. I
Oh,
think that
Price
makes
is
the most
Right.
sense.
All right.
That's,
Mark Price is right.
Mark Price. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
This was a 5-minute game.
Was no increment? I couldn't tell. Looks like.
White's username was Gator Boy. Is Gator Boy in the room? There we go.
Oh, Gator, well, that was.
Hey, Gator boy. Okay,
We're
Gator
gonna
boy.
start with Robert. You reveal your guess.
You're trying to
Can I
protect
not be
the.
first? I don't want to offend it. You know.
Canty, you go first.
Okay. What do we got?
1,300.
1,300. Okay.
Okay, Levy.
1,300 going
Should
one.
I go last?
He should
Yeah,
go
we're
last.
gonna let Levy go last.
Yeah.
Since he's the world's expert
Yeah.
on this. Daryl, you're
That's
the one who
not
says you
accurate.
most
That's not.
1050.
Suck it,
Okay.
Trebek.
Suck at your back. 972. Okay.
Nice.
And Levy.
Well, you said 972?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said 1120.
Okay. This is fascinating. Because Levy is the closest.
Wait, wait,
What's the rating?
wait.
The rating is 1209. It's close between you and Canty. Canty was second.
Oh, but you said Price is Right. Then that would mean Levy wins.
1209. So I'm 89 away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's 91.
He's the closest.
Come on, baby.
He's the closest without going over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Womp,
Let's
womp,
go.
womp,
Okay.
womp.
Closest without going over, I guess, is what we'll do.
All right, let's go
Okay.
next
Fine.
one.
Fine.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Let's do it again.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Who are we? Is it white or black here?
Okay, we're getting the juices flowing here before we dive into our
Okay,
Digital
okay.
Gambit compelling chess content.
Stalling. Because we've
got our
have enough
next one.
material.
This is difficult.
All right, here we go again.
All
This
right.
game, we are guessing once again an MIT Sloan fan playing the white pieces. And here we go.
Wait. You guys got to put his
Yeah.
iPad up. Thanks. There we go. All right. 10-minute game. All right. And we're guessing white, you said?
Oh, wow. F3.
Oh.
Okay.
We
that's
paused
interesting.
10 seconds to let F3 sink in. we let that sink in that was the move there.
Oh,
Okay,
my God.
okay. Yeah, F3.
Feingold's mad.
Feingold
Fine
is
goes mad. You know,
screaming somewhere.
Wow.
Oh.
Is this
gross.
5 or 10 minute?
It's 10.
10.
This,
10 minutes?
Oh, it's
10 minute?
Sorry,
this is a 10-minute game.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Oh,
Chess player.
okay. But Bishop H3 after all that. Okay.
It's
Oh
like
my
avant-garde chess.
This is like.
Oh, my
oh.
goodness.
That was a beautiful sacrifice.
That's a deflection.
Yeah.
What is he doing? What is he?
Oh.
Okay, that's light, very light.
Bishop C6 would have been nasty.
You're never gonna
Here,
guess.
It's coming. It's coming.
You're never gonna guess the ending of this one.
Oh, I see white winning. Rookie one.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Rookie one. There it is.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Gotta take those.
Oh. Yeah, take.
Okay.
Okay. Come
Okay.
on, knight something.
H3 is crazy.
Yeah. Oh.
H3 is wild.
Okay. Oh, king back.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
This is the worst.
Oh,
This
that's
black
it.
just
Oh, that's-
resigned on bishop takes f7.
Oh.
Wow.
Black
After
thought
all
it was
that?
mate, or-
How would you
I
not
don't know
keep
what-
playing if
I
you're in a
can't-
game like
I
this?
don't know. I don't know.
I can move.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Okay.
Panelists, contestants, write down your answers, please.
Do we have to?
You have to.
Okay. Jeez.
All right.
This is for white.
This
right?
time we are going to let Daryl go first.
This
I'm
is
gonna
white?
go around, but we're going to keep Levy. Levy is the reigning guest Elo King, so he gets to stay last.
Oh, yeah.
This is hard.
Okay. I'm going to go with 8:30. Wait,
Hold
why
it
are
up
we-
a little higher. No one
A
saw it.
little higher.
Oh.
There you
Okay. All right.
go. Okay. Canty. 748.
Okay, we're in the same
748.
same order of
Same.
magnitude,
Robert.
we'd say.
528. Levy.
5'10".
510.
Oh! I'm so worried about my guess now.
Once again, Levy is
No!
the closest. It
What's
was
the answer?
420.
Wow.
So in theory, nobody wins because everybody went over. But
I
you
wanted
were-
it in the 400s, but I was like,
yeah,
Yeah.
your
Okay.
instincts were correct.
Yeah.
damn.
Okay, I guess I
Okay,
don't.
I'm going to ask you how you guessed so closely, actually. This is fascinating to
Yeah,
see it
sure.
in real
Yeah.
time. But we're going to keep moving on.
What was
We've
the
got
key
more
move that
MIT
gave
Sloan
game
fans
was-
here.
The whole game was a key
the
move.
whole thing? Okay.
Okay, this time don't say your answer until I have everybody.
All right, I'm gonna.
I don't want you to give any clues of what you're guessing.
Oh yeah, I changed my. I had like 12, 15.
Okay.
and then I just-
Here we go.
no.
Okay.
MIT Sloan fan
Why
playing
can't we
white.
say anything? It's more fun if we say something.
I know, but I'm going to call on everybody once everyone's ready.
Okay. All right.
Quarreling.
Okay. I know. Let's do chess boxing.
By the way,
now.
iPad, please. We're pulling it up.
There we go.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
3 minutes. Oh, it's
Sorry, I'm going to
3-minute
restart. I
game,
thought that we
and-
had a cue. There
What are we
go.
guessing? White or
Another
black
London?
here?
Yeah, it's a London,
White or black?
so it could be.
straight
White.
up looks
Could
like
be
Carlson
anyone.
Geary.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
It's
like
a
that.
3-minute game, as you can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
White is who we're guessing for.
Okay. Okay. This is all.
Started off with, I would argue, a
This
much
is-
more solid
okay.
opening
Yeah.
than we've
This
seen
is.
so far.
I could be in a game like this.
Right? I mean,
Daryl, this is your game.
This
think-
might be my game.
Yeah, I
we're on a-
Except I don't play London. I
Yeah, I know.
I F my black bishop. Always. My poor black bishop. Always.
okay.
All right. Okay.
I want to look at the clocks, by the way. They're
These
moving
are
pretty
some-
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're moving fast.
Well,
so
we-
they're
we have a
blitzing out
panel to
moves.
get
They're
to,
blitzing
so
out
I'm,
moves.
you got to pay close
They're gonna
attention. I'm
slow
pushing
down.
us along.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
keep pushing.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
We are
Okay.
guessing white here.
All right.
Nobody's hung a queen yet.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is
this
no
it's
Botez Gambit.
It's a much
Yeah.
higher quality
Playing
game.
all right here.
Yeah. Oh.
3v6, that's
Oh,
advanced.
there you go. Okay.
Take, take.
Wow.
Oh.
Through the rook.
It's
Okay.
looking. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Oh. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
pretty
boy.
good.
Yeah. With the knight coming back. All right. Oh.
Yeah.
Not even time trouble when that
It
happened.
took 30 moves though. Like I feel
It
there
did take
increment
30
on
moves
this
for the
game?
first blunder. Yeah. Oh,
Some
this is
endgames?
my game. That's about when I blunder.
Yeah,
Wow.
but is there
Move
an
30.
increment here? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't think so.
I can't
Maybe.
tell.
Because they're moving so fast.
Yeah. Oh, it's back. And we're
Ready?
Oh,
King F5.
Oh!
Get him off the board. Oh, my.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
That's tough. That's
Oh,
tough.
my goodness.
And it was
All
a
right.
3-minute game, right?
Write down your answers. Raise your hand if this was your game, if you're in the room. There we go, Josh. What's up?
All right.
All
all
right.
right.
We're going to wait just a second.
Okay.
Josh with the big dub.
So you know Josh.
I know Josh's name.
Well, that's,
I now.
that's a clue.
We're close. Okay.
This is hard.
Oh, wait.
I'm going to get us at least one more.
Okay. Okay.
Levy's looking at me
I'm
as
so
if my
stressed
body
about-
language will
Remembering the
reveal the
game.
rating.
I'm trying to like.
I'm
There's a
stressed.
lot of information in that game.
I
It was
know,
a
I
lot of
know.
information. It
I'm
was a
stressed
lot of
about being
information.
against Levy.
Yeah, but Josh is right there in the odds, and I know Josh's name, so I feel like I have to compliment.
Yeah.
Josh,
Oh,
you know?
man,
Yeah.
can you? Oh, there's
I
probably some
2000.
conditional
Yeah.
There aren't
probability
many
with his name
Joshes
too.
rated lower than 1,000.
His name
So
is not
First, you
Yuri.
eliminate that.
What's the most common name?
James
of a
got it.
.com user?
All right.
That's actually a fascinating question.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
go with
Robert Hess has
Josh,
guessed
my-
1321.
Oh my God, 1325.
1325.
Wow.
James Canty.
That's bad for you. And Price is Right.
1,500. I
1500.
gave him a 15.
I actually think 12-15.
Okay.
Oh.
We'll see.
Okay, for the first time, we have a different winner. James Canty is closer.
Oh, Jay.
And Josh's rating is actually 1704. So
Oh.
Josh, explain
Oh,
yourself.
Josh.
No, I'm kidding. You don't have a
Explain
microphone.
yourself.
Come on, Jay Money.
In our first time ever, we'll be calling up
Okay,
Josh.
and for the first time ever in Audible, Josh, come on stage here.
What were you thinking?
Okay.
Sorry, Josh.
All right. Don't take it personally,
Yeah, it's
Josh.
not-
Here we go. All right, we're going to go through another one. This time, for the first time, an MIT Sloan fan is playing black.
Okay.
And
5-minute
the final
game.
result, as you can see, was a draw. Let's see how we got
5-minute
there.
game.
Already they're strong.
A big Levy fan with the Carol Khan.
hillbilly
All pawns,
attack?
no hook.
Okay.
Nice.
Trade.
Takes. Yep.
Okay.
This is like.
Yeah, it's supposed to. The theory's
Carol,
already wrong for
Carol
white.
can't.
Carol can't.
The Carol can't, as they
can't.
say.
Oh, just simplify. Okay. Oh, we're guessing black now, right? Okay. Okay.
Wild. H6 bishop.
This is a
of course.
main line. This is a main line, Levy.
No, this is.
This is not mainline.
Yeah, I think I saw this in the candidates.
Ah,
Nice. Yeah. Hey, someone played.
Whoa!
Oh,
Did he just? Oh, he captured.
What?
what?
What is?
What?
Hold on.
Remember,
Jay?
we're
Mouse
guessing
slip?
we're guessing the black player here
Oh, okay.
for the first time. We're not guessing white.
Okay.
So
Oh.
Bishop D3 is a real
Oh.
stinger.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, but then
Felt like he captured.
he saw the fork, the pawn fork later.
Was that an instant replay just now? Was that
Yeah, that
Yeah. I think he was giving us the.
The queen's gonna
Okay.
Okay.
Losing the queen. I feel like. Oh. What?
Oh. Okay. Wait, there's still 2 minutes.
Cut the tension with a knife.
Yeah.
This
This
is
is-
just
Okay.
explosive.
All right. Okay. Oh. How do
It's
you
better than live sports.
How do you
is
do
like-
this, Levy?
Yeah, right.
How do you do
Better
this?
than live
Yeah, because
sports.
it's just random.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
King G. Yeah, of course.
Uh-oh.
Gotta go forward. We're
Good.
gonna get a repetition.
Gotta
Draw?
Repetition? Oh no, he saw it.
out
He
the
found
middle.
it. He found it. Oh.
That's the whole thing.
Damn.
All right.
White's getting low on time.
It's still
You have
going.
3?
Long way. But it'd be a ladder mate.
Wait. How did he?
Oh, so
Oh.
endgame.
Oh,
Okay, no,
okay.
game.
Demaretsky.
Well, this was just like a 100-move game.
And he went the wrong way.
Oh,
He
no.
went the wrong way.
no.
Where is he going with his game?
Oh,
Oh, my goodness. This is over.
Oh no, missed
Wait,
it.
1 second. I'm about to flag.
Oh,
draw.
they're just trying to flag.
Yeah.
You got to draw.
Oh.
Man.
That was drama. That was real drama right there.
We should
Hard
get
rate.
heart rate monitors
Yeah,
now.
exactly. We need a
Yeah,
heart rate
that was too
monitor,
much
bro.
info.
Carol Con, Hillbilly
I'm
Attack.
paralyzed. Hillbilly attack.
That's literally what
That's the name of
chess.com's
it. Yeah,
opening
it's called the
cut.
Hillbilly
Stupid
Attack.
chess.com.
It's a very
Oh, we're
strange
guessing
opening.
black on this one, right?
What was I going with? Let's give him like.
Oh.
Gotta be.
These are struggles.
It's gotta be.
I don't know why I'm nervous. I'm nervous. It's because I want Daryl to get one.
Oh, I've been.
Do I have to go
After
first,
all the
right?
trash
'Cause
talk,
I feel
Daryl.
like
What?
I was the most off last time. So do I go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay.
We're gonna. That's a good call. We're gonna go in
Everybody's,
order of.
Thank you.
Okay.
close.
Okay. I'm gonna.
So this is the answer, basically.
Okay. I'm gonna say 848.
Oh, I'm
Can I
so
go next?
screwed.
Yeah.
843.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh man, I'm
That's why we're
so.
both
Go ahead,
GMs.
Daryl.
I'm so.
Daryl.
I went 11.
11,
Okay, I went 11:20.
Wow.
No way.
Okay.
Come on.
It's gotta
Come on,
be
baby.
800.
We've got these guys dialing in. I'm gonna let the board reveal. Crazy how close this was. Go ahead.
Oh.
I win.
Ben, are you here?
84.
Okay.
Wow.
All right,
the
Ben,
same
there you
numbers
go.
there, though.
That was good stuff. All right, you guys want one more?
Yeah.
One more.
Yeah. I need
One
to
more.
get something.
I retire.
Okay, this is the last one, and
'cause
we're
you're
gonna try to
too
get
close?
Daryl at
You
victory.
got me.
Oh, cause.
We got to get to our panel and the
All right, okay. What are we doing? White or black here? 3 minutes. Okay.
super interesting content ahead. Another 3-minute game. Our last one, we are once again back to guessing
defense.
the player playing the white pieces
Oh, it's
Oh,
this-
England
against
Gambit,
the
okay.
England Gambit.
Back that boy up.
Oh, boy.
Right. No, you know.
C3. Okay, he know the theory. Nice. Great job.
Wow.
95. This is from the course. My course. Okay.
This
thanks,
is
thanks.
true.
Knight takes. 95. The kid playing.
Oh.
Okay, now you're in trouble. Okay, now you're in trouble.
Chess right there.
He's like, he took my course. He's a genius. Oh,
Oh
no.
man,
Now he
now
didn't
he's
take
in
my
trouble,
course.
bro. Now he's in trouble.
He only took the course if he wins.
That's from the course, bro.
That's how MIT works.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You
man.
saw it? Okay. Oh, rook H. Oh, not. Okay. Oh, yeah.
F6 would have been crazy.
That should have been crazy, right? At least
White
he
is
going
all in on this.
Yeah, this is.
At least he going all out.
Oh,
Rook F3, Bishop
Okay.
F5, King E6,
Okay.
takes,
oh,
takes.
okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Rook F6. Queen F8, Queen F6 mate.
We had mate and one
We
on the
had mate
board
and
for
one
those
on
who
the-
didn't see it.
Six.
Oh,
Queen
he's
F6
got
is
it again.
checkmate.
Oh,
I
okay.
winced. Like, I felt it.
Oh, okay.
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 So White's got 8 seconds?
Yeah, this is low time.
Like all good chess games, high quality chess games always end in a
In a
repetition.
draw.
Wait, how is okay.
All high quality
Oh,
chess ends in a
yes.
draw.
It's like two GMs fighting it
Two
out.
GMs.
What to do
That's
out
all
the
you saw there. Nothing to see here,
I
folks.
feel
No
like
blunders.
I'm so bad at this game.
It's just
Okay.
guessing, you know?
Yeah.
And you're not,
I
you're not
actually
someone who likes
have
to
no
guess.
idea.
Yeah, that's a hard
You like
one.
analytics and
I do.
When
Yeah.
you do some stuff out the open.
We could do. Let's do Family Feud where we guess what other people guess, whether it's right or not.
yeah. All
Okay.
right, just put down a number.
All right. Okay.
All right. Levy's
hard
back
one.
on top. This is our 5th and final
hard one,
MIT Sloan fan submission. We got to all 5, delivered on our promise.
Wait,
only 5
I
minutes
haven't read
late.
my done yet.
Difficult one.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
I'm changing my answer.
Oh.
Okay. Robert's almost ready, and he is. All right, Daryl, you're up. Come on, get us one. What you got?
1070.
All right. Okay. James, okay, no, Robert, you want to go next? 1177, within 100 points of each other. 1250.
1170.
1170.
Damn, them boys same wavelength.
Dang.
They do look
The
like them.
rating
Well,
was
you should be
1159.
Wow.
Oh.
Man.
I won?
Well,
Yes.
Price is Right was
I
you went
won.
over, and
I
Daryl
won.
wins. Daryl wins, everybody.
Man.
Yeah.
Come on.
You made the rules such that I could win.
Oh, that's
good.
Count it.
Nicely
Okay.
done.
Okay. No.
All right.
Jokes aside,
Oh my God.
I'm gonna pull up this iPad here, and we're gonna get.
You guys are on such
into
the same
stuff.
wavelength. You should be Gotham Chess. You're from New York too.
What do I get? Why does he get my channel? I get to be GM. I guess we'll
Oh.
That was fantastic, and I will say, I mean, we have a panel to get into here now. Everyone officially welcome to the Digital Gambit, keeping chess compelling. I just kind of paraphrased our title there, but Levy, I before we get into it, like,
is that a sign? I mean, you got 4 out of 5. You won.
Yeah.
Like, explain yourself. How are you so dialed in to the rating
To
of
bad players.
our blundering contestants here?
I saw the games before. No.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's also one of the reasons the series has been pretty successful. And I guess I will just say by extension, the channel. I mean, my whole journey of being a content creator just started with teaching 5- and 6-year-olds in after-school classrooms. And I just sort of naturally understand how to make this little 8x8 grid a bit more exciting for the general population of the world. I mean, it started, I guess I had to develop some sort of lexicon and level of excitement and delivery for children, because their attention span is a little bit hard to convince to do this for an hour. But I'm just really passionate about it, and I think I always try to put myself in the shoes of a person watching, or in this case, playing. So I don't know, it's a little bit tough to explain, but like there was moments up there I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be like this, and that's exactly what happened. I kind of went, oh, okay, now I think I have a little barometer. But I've also done how many episodes of this series at this point? So
all right. Well, at least now people have seen in real time that he's not cheating. He's not knowing the ratings ahead of time. So if you're a Gotham Chess subscriber, that was pretty impressive to know that you don't somehow peek at the ratings, and you did it in real time. And Levy has not seen the games.
But you know what he didn't notice? That board is set up incorrectly.
Oh, none of us
Oh
did.
my
So
gosh.
now, oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I was waiting for
We are not going to call out the MIT whoever set up that board. But all right, Daryl, let's get into it. So, Levy said he likes to put himself in the shoes of the content consumers. You are someone who has consumed more chess content than is appropriate for any human to do. Probably
true.
more than you want people to know. But jokes aside, what have you seen chess do over the last several years? Speaking broadly, from taking a game that was considered slow, boring, and not really presentable to the masses to a game that has sort of rebranded itself. And what have you seen chess do effectively that you as a sports fan, I'm going slow with this question to let him finish setting it up.
I got it.
You as a sports fan, a sports professional, enjoy most about what chess is doing online?
Well, I love the explosion because it's the greatest game ever invented. And I mean, I'm biased, but the fact that you can have to use a deterministic game be this rich and this dynamic still in the face of computers and everything like that is incredible. And I would say, look, you and I spoke how many years ago now, and it was pre the boom, basically. And both of us were talking, we're like, people are watching Hearthstone.
Yeah, we were like, why are more
people watching effing Hearthstone?
Right.
Hearthstone than chess. And you know, it's been really gratifying to see the growth for folks like Levy, chess.com, your stream, your stream's pathetic.
He's the face. He's the face of many of the biggest.
Robert tries to chase viewers away. If you like view his stream, that he's just basically like, well, if you're still watching, I'm not sure why.
And yet here we still are.
Yeah, I love your stream, but I like that you try to chase viewers away. It's a new strategy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Levy, I do want to go to you next because as Daryl talked about, chess, is more entertaining. It is the greatest game. I agree with him on that. But I think people watch your videos now. They've seen it in real time, and I wanted you to have a chance to say, like, what kind of thought do you put into how you are packaging chess and making it entertaining? That it isn't just screaming the rook and big hand gestures, right? Like, how much effort and thought are you putting into this game needs to be told in this way? This is the story to captivate the largest audiences.
Yeah, I would just say that we have so much that we can watch and so much that we can listen to nowadays. And in particular, I feel like this effect has been felt, especially since 2020. Once everything shut down, our media consumption went up. I experienced this myself as well. Sometimes I'll click on a new genre on YouTube, or I'll even click on something I'm interested in, and within 5 to 7 minutes, I'm off cleaning. I'm not even listening to it, and then I come back, and then I watch it again, and it's this weird disconnect. Or I'm fully enveloped. I'm going on a workout or whatever, like on a plane ride, and it's 2-3 hours of consumption. So it's a little bit of a disconnect. And with chess in particular, you can't really have that disconnect. I mean, it's a little hard to listen to chess like a podcast. You generally need to see what's going on and be interested. And I just sort of took the approach of, okay, recaps of top tournaments. there's not really much coverage out there. Most things go into everything for 90 minutes. You analyze the deepest, darkest corners of every position, every possibility. When in reality, probably something like 95% of the audience is like 1,200 and lower, which is a huge disconnect. And in chess in particular, unlike other sports, we've talked about this a lot, I can watch any sport on the screen and within 5 minutes kind of understand like what the objective is. Might not know all the rules and the details, but that's the score, those are the teams, and like I can kind of see what they're trying to do. Chess is not like that. And so I just try to cut out some of the more intricate things that might take 10 or 15 minutes to explain and do my best to summarize that in 30 seconds to a minute. But it's hard because I'm cutting out some of that perfection. I'm cutting out some of those intricacies where an experienced viewer of chess might watch and go, well, he didn't get into all of that. But that's why we have other content and we have other channels. But that's sort of my approach.
And it keeps them engaged.
It keeps them engaged, yeah. And you need people to be watching throughout the video. Like something interesting has to happen throughout. I've had this effect a lot. People just watch the Magnus and Hikaru games of my recaps and then are like,
Peace out.
nobody else exists. You know, so.
Speaking of keeping the viewers engaged, Canty, you're a Jedi. You've got a pretty entertaining stream and a lot of fans and subscribers.
Yes.
You also have coined a lot of phrases and brought some different angles to the game. What are some of your favorite catchphrases, and what was the reason behind doing that for your audience?
Honestly, my whole objective, I guess, in chess is just to make it fun, bro. Of course, for me, I remember I used to watch, for instance, you remember this, Robert, when I used to call him Roman? I still call him this, Roman DZ slap the keyboard, basically. What that means is there's this guy, his coach named Roman Gingiashvili. Basically, his last name is like, you look at it and you're like, those letters don't go together.
Slap the keyboard.
You know, so it's like Roman. So if you ever looking up his name, you can never find him. But if you type in Roman, you can Google this too. Slap the keyboard, type chess in, his name comes up, right? So, and it's literally, Google's like, did you mean Roman Gingiashvili? I'm like, yes, oh my goodness. But, you know, I remember watching his videos back in the day. He had like Foxy chess openings and stuff like that. And I remember he'd be like, and the pawn goes to e4. And you sitting here like trying to stay awake watching the video. And it's so boring, but you need the content. It's like, you know, college in a way. But you need the content, but oh my God, it's so boring, right? So I make chess fun, right? And I remember when I was just being myself, being social, and like having just, you know, wanting to make chess fun. And that's what my whole objective in chess was to do that and just be myself. And it just kind of worked for me. We kind of blew up that way because I'm relating to people. We make things like, what do we say, hitting before we splitting. So what that means is that, you know, you make a move that sets up a move, and then they move. You hit them before you move, and you split them, basically. So that's what it is in like some of the fun things we say. We also say anything on the 5th rank is, remember, 5 in live, and anything on the 4 is score. So like if E5 and we live, G5 and we live, H5 and we live, because I know you like to say that one. And then E4 for the score, D4 for the score, anything that rhymes, just to make people more engaged.
I feel like you brought ESPN
feel, right?
Feel to chess.
It sounds silly, like it's for beginners, but I can tell you, and I'm going to throw to Robert here, like we've talked to more top GMs who love Canty's content, and like they say the same things. They're like G5 and we live, and like it's become, everyone loves a good rhyme.
That's right.
Yeah.
Robert, obviously we've been doing commentary for a long time together, and I think one of the things that as we've watched the chess revolution here, going back to some of the earliest influence you had over broadcast and thinking about how other sports presented themselves. You grew up not necessarily watching the most entertaining chess, but entertaining coverage of sports. How much thought did you put in before you became the face of maybe the most watched chess broadcast of the biggest events of all time, right? How much thought did you put into what chess needs to do to present itself like more traditional sports?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always doing research. I'm always diving into the players, trying to learn more about their backstory, trying to figure out their strengths and weaknesses in a way that's not just, you know, on the paper. But I think chess is unique compared to pretty much anything, is that there's an autocorrect. Like, as soon as you make a move, there's something that tells you you've done something wrong or you've kept the status quo. And honestly, I've had many conversations with Danny about this, is that because the bar just goes up and down, you really just see people make bad decisions often. And so I try to emphasize like why a perfect game, even though nothing has changed on the so-called scoreboard, like that is actually quite exciting. And I need to break it down. And in a game, in a discipline where you have this objective quest for the truth, because there is the best move that you can find, and when you don't find it, you're immediately reminded that you missed something because the engine just says, there, all of a sudden your opponent's winning. I think that kind of quest is really enjoyable for a lot of people in a world of, frankly, a lot of uncertainty.
Daryl, you and I talked about this a few years ago when we said, why isn't chess viewed more than Hearthstone or whatever? And I think I want to build on what Robert said, because you made a comment that you felt like chess had such a big challenge because it was difficult to understand that people like Robert were sort of innovators in making it more educational with the entertaining aspects, where other sports didn't. So talk a little bit about those challenges early on.
Yeah, to me, Robert's the Jeff Van Gundy of chess commentators.
Shout out to JV.
Yeah,
Jeff
he's
Van
here
Gundy,
this year. It'll be exciting. He's the intelligent fans watcher, basically, and breaks down the game, to your point. You can imagine watching a basketball game. The score can be tied, but the two teams got to that score in an extremely different way, right? One is playing stronger defense, one is playing stronger offense. So one is guarding the pick and roll a certain way, and I feel like the Robert sort of is where people go to like, okay, I'm gonna like see how this game is broken down, and I feel like chess is sort of catching up. We sort of have the ESPN of like watching the games, like it's a little bit like Sports Center, like there are catchphrases, there are things where you still pick things up. You're breaking down the pick and roll and things like that. So I think it's a lot of fun.
Levy, when you're commentating on classical games, you're not showing people the game for 7 hours, right? You're taking something that was super long and then breaking it down to its most entertaining, most critical moments. Do you think at some point the content is going to reverse engineer the formats? If what you've been able to reveal is that what people want to see is this is actually, it's not a bad thing, it's great and it's interesting and it helps grow the game. Do formats need to learn from the evidence of how people want to consume the content itself? Basically, should classical chess get faster?
Yeah,
Putting you on
so
the
we
spot.
have 27 minutes on the subject, right?
Yeah.
Look, I guess I'll have to do my thing of breaking it down into a minute-long answer. It's a fascinating debate because we have to decide what the goal is. So if the goal is to play the highest quality game of chess, we don't want to interfere with that. We just want 99%. Yeah, we just give them 6-7 hours. I mean, back in the day, we would adjourn the game.
Exactly.
Like you would go to your hotel room and analyze because you didn't have computer. You would just analyze with people. So that was the way they used to do things. But the format of 6-7 hour games existed because 50 years ago, people didn't know openings anywhere near the level they do now. Your average 9 and 10-year-old now knows more openings than the world champions of the 20th century, which is, just think about that, just knowledge. Just, I'm not supposed to do this because they can get an advantage like that. Just from thousands, if not millions of games being played every single year. So from that perspective, speeding up the game is probably okay because the players now don't need as much time. But we are trying to kind of interfere. We are trying to create a little bit more uncertainty, a little bit more chaos, trying to get them to make some mistakes. But then if the end goal is to make it commercially viable, 3 to 4 hour packaging, yeah, that's probably the way to go. But ultimately, you are kind of messing with the purest form of the game. But I've always said chess is pretty AI-proof. All these industries, all these conferences, they talk about AI and the existential threat that it poses to businesses and individuals, but we've sort of lived in harmony with our AI overlords for like 30 years.
Yeah.
We have to explain what the AI is doing, and sometimes we can't. We just kind of laugh. We look at it like a zoo animal, and we're just like, wow.
Yeah.
Somebody should like set it free. But,
Well, some of your best content is the engines. You've taken up the engine mantle.
on both sides,
Yeah.
like the best ones, but also the worst ones. I mean, the Chat GPT playing chess with pieces
Oh,
teleporting.
yeah, I
from,
forgot
like,
about the worst ones.
yeah, I mean,
Martin, for example.
yes.
Yeah.
So, but yes, to answer your question, it is very tough to make classical chess exciting because it's 6-7 hours. I don't watch the World Championship broadcast all the way through. I turn it on, I go run some errands, I come back. I see, 2 moves were made in 90 minutes. Dope. I'm gonna leave again.
Is it, Canty, do you think, I mean, because we've seen chess evolve already and we've seen the players evolve with the game. You've given Hikaru this nickname. What do you call him, Hikaru?
Half man, half everything else.
Half man,
And the
half
other
everything
half,
else.
we don't know yet.
Right?
Because he just plays chess like that.
But does it have to only be a debate from classical to fast time controls? We now see Fisher Random Chess 960, which for those who don't know, or the new name Freestyle Chess, which is where the pieces are set up differently. We also see injecting team chess, right, where players can discuss in real time. Your thoughts on whether some of those variants could be played at longer time controls too?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I think formats period that chess.com allows, that chess.com is doing, that chess period is having, is just changing the game in itself. Of course, I know I was listening when I was in Dubai for the Global Chess League. I was out there doing commentary, and it was just talking about basically cricket. A lot of Indians were there. They said how big it is. And it was talking about how cricket has like different levels of cricket. I had no idea. Didn't even know it was this big of a sport. And there's like the cricketers that like 12-hour game. I'm like, that's insane. That's more than chess. What are you talking about?
Multi-day game.
All day or something like that. I'm like, that's crazy. And then they was like, yeah, but for the guys like you, 25 minutes. I'm like, oh, I'll watch that. Yeah, 25-minute game. So in chess, it's kind of the same way of like, I don't want to watch no 7-hour broadcast. I remember going to sleep and woke up. I was like, what time is it? 5 hours? I got 3 hours. Went to sleep, took a nap, woke up, they still playing, right? So it was having that long of a format, the real chess, you can watch it, you can have that. But then you got the 30-second games that I'll post clips online of me winning a game in 15 seconds. Or like we have the team chess format that you guys were just playing in, which is awesome. People love that format as well. I saw the chat, I was very active. I saw how engaged the chat was. They loved the commentary. They loved to see the backside of you guys talking. Gary was like, just rambling off lines, and Danny was like, yeah, all right, cool, we'll do we'll do this. Yeah, let's do that.
Gary was listening to me.
It was insane, right? But these formats, I think, really changes, and it appeals to the masses. Everyone in chess can now find something they like and stick to it.
Well, I feel like hearing everyone talk, Robert, I'm going to put you on the spot. It feels like there's a fundamental choice between maybe speeding up or different formats that, to Levy's point, might change the quality of the game versus just repackaging the game in terms of how it's presented, right? Choosing its best moments, whether we call that the cut-down strategy or a quick recap. So if you had to choose which one is needed for chess to continue to reach more audiences, a change of the format and the fundamental game itself, time controls, or just continue to lean in to repackaging and presenting it in a more accessible way?
Well, I think it's an order of operations thing that, chess has gained more fans, but 7-hour chess hasn't gained more fans. But the more fans that enter the ecosystem, the more people who will probably watch long games, just like James was talking about cricket. So I think that, yes, chess often does need to repackage itself, to have quicker time controls, to be just allow people to watch and not have to sit through so many hours of content. But I do think that formats like the team chess that we're doing is great, because what sport do you get where you can listen to the athletes or players' thoughts while they're doing it? Well, yes, curling, that is true. But what is the audience for curling?
Yeah.
Didn't mean
the same as your stream.
Is the audience for curling as big as chess boxing?
Well, the point is that I think that chess doesn't need rebranding in its way, but I do think that getting more and more people into chess will mean that more people watch all sorts of formats involving chess. And I just, on the team format point, do you know how cool it would be to hear, Joel, his thoughts as he's, has his back to the basket, whether he's going to sense a double team? That would be amazing. And this team format allows people to hear in real time what players are considering. And I think that's the beauty of chess, but that's often untold in traditional chess, because they're sitting there silently. As Levy said, you can go to sleep for like 2 hours and you come back and barely anything has changed. Maybe they just repeated the position. And so the most exciting things that happen in chess are often in the players' heads.
I just quickly to jump in on that, like the single greatest threat or problem to professional chess and the entire top-level circuit is that it's completely disconnected from general population and the way people enjoy chess. Chess is might be the most unique activity that 4 generations of a family can enjoy on social media. I've never seen something like it, where 4 and 5-year-olds can watch chess YouTube videos, and so can 95 and 105-year-olds in the same family, and they're just playing. They're learning openings, they're trying to trick each other, they're getting out in front of each other. You can play with people in your class and college, at work, you can play with, grandma and grandpa. And there's really nothing quite like it. But the issue is top-level chess is a bubble. They're completely disconnected from this reality of the way the general audience enjoys it. And the circuit of top-level tournaments doesn't make any sense. For like 50, 60 years, it's just been all invitationals. If you make the top 10, we'll invite you to this prestigious tournament. We'll give you some money that nobody knows about. You come play in the tournament. Whatever place you get a little more money, and you go home. And your goal is to be top 10, and your goal is to make this candidates tournament every 2 years, where you try to qualify to beat the champ. And this happens every 2 years. So it's like a UFC boxing-style format, but there's zero money, and the only money involved is God knows what money. And every 2 years, you can play for the ultimate title. Like, we have a system right now where the best player, arguably, of all time, who has ever lived, doesn't care about the ultimate trophy.
Yeah,
what are we doing, right? Like, that is the ultimate problem. We don't have a clear circuit. We have tournaments popping up left and right. Oh, that's kind of cool, like Global Chess League. I didn't even know what that, I had no idea what it was about. Is there a second one?
Yeah, coming up.
Right. Okay. Great. I haven't heard
So
about
then
it.
part of the I love this, and I want to throw to Daryl. So then if what Levy said is true, that the top players have a disconnect from how the general fan views the game, what can they learn from the top competitors in other sports? Because here's what I would argue. I have this discussion a lot. I won't reveal behind-the-scenes discussions from dealing with these, FIDE and weird, corrupt issues. What I'll say is we don't
You
have
get
an
yourself
audience.
in trouble.
We don't have an audience that's large enough to make them change the format, but the players aren't as accessible as they should be for the audience to care. So I'm asking, which needs to change first, the top players or the formats themselves?
The formats, for sure, in my mind.
So you chose the don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what Levy's saying, just to boil it down for NBA fans, would be if Steph Curry, right before the playoffs, is like, hey, there's this new global basketball league that's paying me way more money, and I sorry, Golden State, I'm not going to play this year.
That would be crazy.
You see how you'll do without me, basically.
That would be
It's,
crazy.
the fact that you don't have a common structure is really holding chess back, basically. I was also going to say, back to the earlier discussion, that every sport gets boiled down to these key moments now. So that's a trend everywhere, right? Like basketball, I know the data is that a large percentage of our population just watches Jokic, do his latest crazy pass on a given night. But yeah, you guys need to really get your shit together about here are the trophies that matter. Because why do people tune in? They tune in if the outcome of that match matters to some big, foozle, basically, like some big trophy. Ours is the Larry O'Brien trophy. And how unlike, do you not know who win? So your Speed Chess Championship gets a billion views because it's gotten cred and it has the two top players playing. The actual World Chess Championship does not even have the two top players playing, which is, it's a problem.
But I think one thing, though, is that in basketball, because they have so much money, as salaries, is they can just go play basketball and that's okay. You mentioned Jokic, right? People are fine with him just talk about his horses and doing anything. Kawhi Leonard, he doesn't really, talk to the media that much, and that's okay. Lionel Messi, historically, in football or soccer, he hasn't spoken all that much and done too much media. Now he's doing a bit more. But I think chess just doesn't have that luxury because there isn't the same financial incentives. So I think to Levy's point, chess can branch out by people getting on social media, whether it's Levy and his channel, Gotham Chess, or Hikaru streaming, Magnus showing up on streams from time to time. But that does help the game because people relate to people. They're not just going to watch a game and be like, yeah, I relate to that chess player, unless you are already a dedicated fan. So I do think that more player interaction is a good thing. I don't, as you said, I don't blame the players because they just want to play chess, and there's already this pressure on them to just find the best move each and every turn, while the chat is like, how could you miss that knight fork and things of that nature that's really 7 moves deep. So there is just a lot of pressure from various angles, but I do think player interaction would be great for chess.
People tune in for the best players. They tune in for exciting formats like the SEC. They also tune in for cheating scandals. Canty, has cheating in chess been good for the content?
Oh, it's been great for content. In fact, oh my goodness, it's awesome. And that, of course, all the cheating stuff that happened. I had people at the, I was at the gym working out, and they was like, yo, man, you heard of this? I'm like, bro, you don't even play chess. What you talking about right now? And so it's just awesome to see how big it grows. People that don't even know chess know about the cheating scandal stuff, but also cheating, period, in online. I like to make content on it all the time. We just had somebody banned. Literally last night, I was in the hotel room streaming. We had a tournament. It was basically a 30-second tournament, so basically the whole game lasts 1 minute of chess, and we playing our tournament or whatever. A guy gets banned automatically. We like, oh no, he playing too strong. We just felt the strength from the guy, and we like, yeah, he might be a little too strong, my guy, for your rating, little dog. So I went in there and we checked, and we was like, yeah, brand new account, everything happened. Basically, what we do is we show it on screen. So I'm showing, oh, okay, let's check the account. Let's see how many games you have, and we make it a whole thing, and the guy ended up getting banned, right? So it also shows not only that chess.com's on there, on it on the back end. They checking everything, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, They get paid a lot of money.
Despite
on the
what they
back
say.
end. Thank you. I'll take a raise for that. They get paid on the back end back there, but also it's fast and it's working, and it also deters cheaters when you also put it on there. Oh, hey, we're showing that this account is going to get banned. It got banned, and then anyone that thought about cheating may think twice, and also they know that our process is different. We're going to check your account in front of everyone to make sure you didn't make your account today. We weren't born yesterday. You're
I
not
think the
2800.
chess bras made a show out of that.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely. What was
like
it
you
called?
said, the gym reference. It's not natty. Guy's not natty.
Hey, guy's not natty, right?
Yeah, but Levy
Yeah,
got
it's
death
good.
threats from it. So.
Levy did. Well, you want to?
Yeah.
So
Really?
Oh, I forgot
I
about
was
that,
literally
yeah.
going to build on that. Robert, thinking like the panelist, I was going to say that talk about how it's good for content. You've obviously gotten a lot of views, and there's been a lot of discussion about it. But there also have been some times where it's gotten out of control.
Yeah, the cheating scandal, Magnus Hans, I've always said in every recap of the next update that happened and the lawsuit, I've always said, I'm a content creator. I'm going to make content about this. I'm always going to say it's good for content, because look at the views.
Right.
Now, for me, it's never black and white, no pun intended, but it's not always just positive or negative. It's going to be both. Like, I also have broadcasted playing cheaters, and they get banned, and I play them, and I try to beat them in speed games.
Right.
I do have to sit there and wonder, there's going to be some teenagers watching this like, if I cheat, I'll make it in a Gotham video. Like, it's never just, this will definitely get people to stop, or this might actually influence some cheating, but it's life. There's just going to be more people, there's going to be more cheating. It's a game. People try to hack video games too. My personal craziest case was the Indonesia scandal, which some of you may know, maybe you don't.
Crazy, bro.
That was wild. That was in a minute. I'm going to try. 2021, I'm playing a chess game, 10-minute game, just live on stream, playing somebody. I'm like, I think this guy is cheating.
Right.
Okay, game ends, I lose, I report him, guy gets banned. That night, I'm laying in bed, and my Twitter's blowing up.
Wow.
Because that account, allegedly, was owned by an older man who lived in Indonesia, whose son made a Facebook post saying my dad was banned by the streamer. Like, the streamer got mad, he lost to my dad likes to play chess, and and it went viral. It was like the perfect storm. I was getting thousands of DMs a second. Like, I have never seen anything, and they were messaging people I was following. They were sending death threats to like my family, me, and this became such a big thing. They were inviting this father and son to the Joe Rogan of Indonesia, Danny Corbusier. Like, he was on the podcast there, and this all culminated with the Indonesian Chess Federation stepping in. Irene Sukandar, who is international master strength, very good player. They played face to face on this podcast for 20,000 USD. All this happened within the span of a month. Guy lost 3-0. He was probably like 1,500 strength and went home with allegedly $7,000, but
He was a cheater.
yeah, like that was insane. I've never seen anything like it.
And it's funny because the Hans Niemann scandal was to follow that. No one knew that was coming. But I think I did more interviews about that case and how we could prove cheating than
I don't
anything.
get why anyone cheats in chess. It's like the hardest thing to cheat at. It's even harder than the Olympics. So in the Olympics, when you play a match, they take your blood. And even if you're way ahead of everyone, they store your blood so that if you're using an advanced steroid, they'll ban you 4 years later. Chess is similar. Like, you're not going to get away with cheating. Like, even if someone had Leela before Leela came out, which someone probably did, you'll play games. They're going to later see that you're following like a high-level neural network engine line. So, like, obviously it's good content, and there'll be a lot of conspiracies about it, right? Like, maybe you're creating cheating scandals, Danny. So I'm starting a conspiracy theory where Danny's creating cheating scandals.
Let's let that be the thing that goes viral from here because I need that. No, but okay,
My
you
point
said
is, like, why do people cheat in this sport? It's like so easy to detect. Yeah.
Daryl just said they, and sometimes I do think people wonder, like, well, who watches the Watchmen and what's going on with the black box of chess.com's cheating algorithm. But Robert Hess here.
This is the black box.
This
right
is the
here.
black box for those people who don't know. Sorry in addition to being your most entertaining chess broadcaster in the big moments, Robert works hard on and has personally, I won't say more than I should, legal is in my head, don't say this, Danny. Robert has worked very hard to break some of the most difficult and controversial cases that we've ever had. So, Robert, what do you want to say about this?
Nothing, honestly.
Nothing.
No, but it is obviously a threat to the game of chess.
Yeah.
And I think even more so than the cheating itself is like the paranoia that
Yeah.
surrounds it. Because
Yeah.
you go on social media now, you see some of the best players of all time allegedly saying things or not accusing people, but calling their games interesting. And I think it does set
Interesting, like your wife uses. Right? That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, it sets I think a dangerous precedent in the ecosystem, into the universe of chess. And I think Levy made this point that you may be incentivizing people to actually cheat, because then they get featured on the Gotham Chess channel. And this is not
Like streakers.
It's not unique to chess. I was going to use the exact same example where people get arrested.
Streaking in sports. Also, people they spy on people playing video games, and I forget what that's called. What's it?
But the thing is,
Stream snipe. type
Stream
thing.
sniping.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you may have better rewards than the punishment. Like there was a whole series of articles of people who've gone streaking or done all sorts of crazy acts, get arrested, but then when they come out, they've gained like hundreds of thousands of followers, so it was worth it to them.
Even better, the streaker in the Super Bowl had bet on there would be a streaker.
Yeah, exactly, right? You can
It's a good bet.
you can manipulate it, and I just think that there could be there's a moralistic question for sure, but in terms of respect with cheating, your original topic, cheating is a problem, but to Daryl's point, like it's all stored somewhere. So even if it's not caught immediately, it's likely that eventually players who may cheat very intelligently will still get caught. But it's something that is clearly talked about frequently at the highest levels.
We've got about 8 minutes left. I don't know if there's questions that I'm supposed to get to. I'm asking the panel openly in case someone
I think
wants
there
to.
is. There's like a Google Doc on
Well,
that.
there is, but there's a Google Doc with all the questions I've prepared, and I don't know if we're adding any new ones. So I'm going to keep going.
I think there's a Google Doc with the questions.
I see you there. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is a question from the fans. Matthew, you just highlighted. Thank you, Matthew, wherever you are magically. Okay.
Well, I will just quickly jump in and
Go
say
ahead.
it is a wild time in chess where we just got grandmasters going on Twitter after X, not Twitter. We'll never call it X. Elon, we'll never do it. We'll never do it. On Twitter, and they're posting like, nothing I could do. I lost to this guy. He's too strong. Like this is like what we do now. We just make these kind of backhanded cheating accusations. That was Jan Nepomniachtchi indirectly, and then he posted a private message with another top grandmaster. Just yesterday, a friend of mine sent me a tweet by Vladimir Kramnik, who's, I forgot the number, 12th?
14.
14th, that's what I thought, 14th world champion. And he was insulting me. Like I made a post because just recently, this grandmaster that's been getting accused, Jose Martinez from Peru, had a film crew at his house, and he still got second place in the Title Tuesday tournament. Listen, you know what? I'm going to say, like, that's good. That's strong enough evidence for me to kind of, make a tweet that says, is this guy ever going to get an apology for these accusations? Vladimir Kramnik, 14th world champion, one of the greatest legends of sport, responds to me and goes, will Gotham Chess ever write something even remotely intelligent for anybody above the age of 12? And I was like,
Wow.
you can ask my wife, I thought for an hour how to just end him. And I didn't even, I'm going to, bring it up here, we'll live stream it, whatever. But I was just thinking, like, of so many different things to say because it's just so ironic. He is on Twitter 8 hours a day at this point, just arguing with people, and just even on that post, he was like arguing that he was still cheating, even with the.
So there's apparently chess CTE. It appears with former world champions.
This is what we live in because the international governing body's not going to do anything about it. And what would happen if in tennis, the 10th ranked player just started coming out and saying everyone's on steroids? He's on steroids. Like, is there punishment for this type of stuff?
There would be. I mean, in other sports leagues, right? If
In ours,
coaches complain about the refs, they get fined.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think we've had many cases in mainstream sports of players accusing other players of PEDs.
Well, back to baseball, there was.
There was
heavy for a while.
Yeah, in baseball.
I think this is where league offices and the American system has the strongest central bodies. They everyone's contract does have you're supposed to promote the sport, and try to increase viewership. You can argue that can have some negatives as well, but
if you're increasing viewership, aren't these cheating scandals increasing viewership?
well, that's the thing. Like as you were saying that, I hadn't heard that story. This is what people want in basketball too. Like they definitely want, they want the soap opera. They don't necessarily want to watch the games as much anymore. So
When does the soap opera, like, the fire gets out of control, right?
well, people
And
pick on women for watching soap operas, but like,
Everyone likes a
literally everyone
campfire
wants the
until-
soap
until it gets out
opera
of
in their
control.
sport.
So-
So yeah.
Well, I mean, one of the questions was, like, can chess.com become the common structure that runs a unified chess league?
Did you put
I
Danny
didn't put
Rensch?
this in there. I don't know who put this in there. We've been asked this many times, like, chess.com. So, Canty,
Such an
what do you
ironic
think?
question.
What do you think?
They're amazing.
I don't know.
Sorry, what's the next question?
Skip that one.
Get
I
to
don't
the
know.
next question.
You asked about it, but it is a problem because if you don't have consequences for it, like,
Do you think chess.com is good or great, James?
That was not. I realize now, playing that back in my head, how that came across. I was not the right person to read that question.
Sorry, the next question.
Next question.
Next question. But
Look,
go ahead. No, I want Levy and Canty to chime in on this.
it's, again, for me, it's a matter of it's like mixed martial arts. There is no unified league. There's the UFC. They're the ultimate product. You have the co-leaders, which now merge PFL and Bellator, and you have kind of everybody else. There's like bare knuckle. There's all these, but UFC is the premier ultimate. But it's a for-profit company with its own issues, right? They talk about fighter pay, etc. But then you have the NBA, which is just a league. It's just what we accept as a league. There's the NFL, which is the biggest sport in America, but there's other football leagues. We just kind of don't hear about them as much, especially I'm a total mainstream fan. This was the first year that I was following football even remotely on any sort of level, and I loved it, but I would not know about kind of the other leagues. So it's a question of, will chess.com become a league, or will it become UFC, or will it become something in the middle? Because in mixed martial arts, UFC is the ultimate product. In basketball, you've got NBA, at least here, right? You have EuroLeague and things like that, but I don't know what that hybrid is going to look like, and it definitely doesn't help that the international governing body of the game is kind of the way it is and stuck in its traditions and all of its ties. Like in Toronto in April is going to be the candidates tournament. It's the first time the candidates tournament, like I said, to determine the challenger for the world championship has ever been held in North America. Like there's a huge disconnect between that governing body and the fan base. So.
But also right now with chess.com, the way chess.com moving, you know what I'm saying? Brush your shoulder off, Danny. I'm gonna take that raise too. You know, chess.com is moving, bro. Chess.com.
Yeah, chess.com's great. It's like the
back
best.
End, oh my goodness.
It's the only place you can.
What is the next
Yeah, no,
question?
but
Get
I
chess
will say
online.
there is one thing that you just mentioned. All those leagues are like in person, right? They're not played online. But
Yep.
chess is unique, special, whatever you want to adjective you want to use in that way, because the game played on this board or online is the exact same. Nothing at all changes. So I do think that chess, benefits from that, because you want to see people moving quickly over the board, but you can do the same thing watching them from their home. So I think chess benefits from that in a way that, honestly, it has been capitalized on for the most part, but it just is a lovely thing that other sports, like basketball, it's not the same watch someone play, NBA live versus seeing Joel and Steph go at it.
Yeah.
Last question. It's going to be for everybody. We've seen chess explode, whatever you want to call it, a rebranded revolution from a content perspective over the last 5 years. What does chess need to do going forward into the next 5 years to continue to reach broad audiences? Daryl, you're first.
Me first?
Yeah.
No, go James first.
No, you're first.
Honestly, really, well, we need everyone to watch our channels, number one. Okay, me and Levy, just keep watching, keep telling everyone you know, right? But no, really, honestly, having more eyes on chess, basically. I remember we had a 600% increase in Netflix, or on chess, with Netflix, with the Queen's Gambit series. And
So we need another Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, Queen's Gambit. Yeah.
There is another one. It's a musical.
Maybe musical, right? But no, 600% increase. We're like, you couldn't buy a chessboard, which is crazy. You can't buy a chessboard because of how big chess was, right? So I think the more eyes we put on it and the more publicity, the more we just push it, people coming out like, oh yeah, I play chess. Oh, you do? What's your rating? Oh, I don't have one. But people love to play chess and they see it makes chess cool now. So I think it just needs to be more, just push, more watching, YouTube, more events like team battles. Chess.com's doing great with that. New stuff. I think new people like and they gravitate towards. Also while keeping and developing the old as well.
Levy?
People quit chess because it's hard. Like a lot of people get into the game, they start playing, they get into it, but then they kind of drop off. We don't drop off the sports that we might not play for a year. Like I haven't played tennis, it's freezing outside. I'm still gonna watch tennis, and the same can be said for a bunch of other sports like basketball or fighting. I'm not trying to get punched in the head. I love like martial arts.
You're about to get punched in the head by Danny.
Tomorrow.
Chess
More on
boxing.
that tomorrow. But that's the major issue that we have. I mean, we need to preserve people playing the game and continue to push it to the big audience with media packages, getting people to care about these players, getting people to care about the format and the circuit, and we're just not doing that right now. So, yeah, time is ticking.
I think it's straightforward. You guys need an NCAA tournament for chess.
Nice.
Every game is Armageddon, one and done. Let other players in it. Have it be a tournament out of about 128 players, so you get play. It's not always the same. No offense to Fabiano and Nakara and Magnus, that's not the same 3 people playing every tournament. And literally, so you can have a Prairie View A&M, win a few rounds and have Duda have Duda become a brand name because he advanced to the final 8 in that tournament. You guys need, like to his point, a new content that's exciting, and you tune in. And one and done is the most exciting. The players would hate it, but it would be very exciting.
Yeah, it's a good recommendation. I think open system would be massive for chess. And it's great to see Magnus win. He'll win no matter who's in the competition. But the fact that they're all the same players over and over again, I think actually is bad for the game. So I think you're right that some kind of open system, more like tennis, would be great. I do think that chess, because it hasn't had a solid foundation, it just quickly hops to a new thing all the time. And we were talking about this last night, where some wealthy patron comes in. Let's do that new thing. Let's do that. But you don't know what actually works because you think this isn't working, but you haven't given it the time to really solidify its fan base and viewership. So I do think that making chess more accessible to people is huge. Having structure that players respect not just the game but one another instead of just accusing people. But we also have to listen to players who are accusing others and say, like, this is maybe a problem that we're dealing with. But I just think that everyone has to be more cohesive and have a collective front versus as individuals, chess is everyone doing their own thing.
Love it. Great notes. I got nothing to add. James Canty, Levy Rozman, Daryl Morey, and Robert Hess. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Got the board set up right. There you go.